listen, I wanted to talk to you about the rent for the surgery. It's all right, I'm not putting it up. At the moment. No, I just wanted you to change your standing order. From next month, I'd like it made payable to Helen Kramer Limited. One of Harvey's little schemes, more tax efficient or something. He's a whiz when it comes to money. Oh, by the way, what's all this about your father only working Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays?
He wants to spend more time with my mother.
Yes, so Susan Cartwright told me. Harvey and I had dinner with them last night at La Pomme d'Amour. I hear Charles has been seduced into private medicine. You're mad. Why didn't you take Toby's rooms on the 2 days he's not using them?
Well, I don't like the idea of handing my patients over to a locum for 2 days a week.
You're a fool, Tom. And you always were naive when it came to money. You won't forget to ring your bank, will you? Helen Kramer Limited, remember? Ciao.
Helen Kramer Limited, remember? Ciao.
Good morning, Helen.
Morning. Anything for me? Now, look, Tom, I've tried to... Now, look, Tom, I've apologized for the cock-up yesterday. What more can I say?
If you want to do 2 days a week in Harley Street, that is entirely up to you. But you have a contract with the Family Practitioner Committee to ensure that all your patients' needs are attended to.
I did. I arranged a locum.
He didn't turn up.
He was ill.
So were the patients. How do I know the same thing won't happen again on Friday?
Of course it won't. It was just unfortunate.
Unfortunate? It was bloody chaos. I had to break off from my rounds to come and do your surgery, and then come back again and do my rounds. And being Monday, I had evening surgery too. It was a terrible day.
Oh, I am sorry. Look, I would have done your evening surgery. You should have telephoned me.
Oh, I did. But before I could ask, Susan told me you were having a nice little dinner out with Helen and Harvey.
Ah. Well, we would have asked you and Madeline as well, but I knew you had evening surgery. Oh. Hello?
Good morning, Charles. How did it go yesterday?
Oh, hello, Toby. Very smooth. Actually, I only had one patient, Lady Greyshot. And she was in and out in 10 minutes.
What? Did you say 10 minutes?
Yes.
Charles, I think you and I had better have a little talk. There are ways of doing things in Harley Street, and herding people in and out like cattle is not one of them.
Can you come and see me this afternoon? Say at about 3 o'clock?
3 o'clock. Fine.
Good. Oh, by the way, I gather Tom had a pretty horrendous day yesterday. I did offer to help, but... However, I must
Get on. I'll see you at 3.
Okay, fine, Toby. Bye.
Goodbye.
So, your pa offered to help out yesterday, did he?
Yes, he did, as a matter of fact.
Well, why didn't you take him up on it?
Charles, the whole point of my father not working on Mondays and Fridays is to spend more time with my mother. Besides, the extra money will come in handy.
What money?
I did 5.5 hours as your locum yesterday. The basic BMA rate will do, but cash, please.
Felicity. Hello, Dr. Latimer speaking.
A flick, Spicer Gibbs, please.
I'm afraid she isn't here. She hasn't got back from lunch yet.
Good Lord, she left the restaurant ages ago. She's probably doing a spot of shopping.
Very likely.
Will you be an angel and give her a message?
Yes.
Would you tell her I've booked a double room for the 18th at the Old Reaper Hotel?
Would you mind hanging on a moment, please? Yes, all right, carry on.
Oh, just say Caroline rang, and I booked a double room at the Old Reaper Hotel in Oddington for the 18th.
Well, I'll read. I'll tell her. Thank you. Goodbye. All right, I'm coming.
sorry, Dr. L. I can't seem to find my key.
Felicity, you went for lunch at 1:45.
Honestly, if you could see what I've got in this handbag, you wouldn't believe it.
And it is now very nearly 3 o'clock.
Ah, here it is, stuck between my credit cards.
Felicity.
Ah, that'll be Dr. Cartwright. I can't think why he doesn't use his key.
Oh, by the way, your friend Caroline rang. She says she's booked a double room at the Old Reaper for the 18th.
I should think so, too. She does nothing all day and then has the nerve to ask me to do it. She doesn't seem to realize that some of us work for a living.
You see, Charles, people are paying for your time. The main thing to remember is never to do anything in 5 minutes that you can do in an hour.
But all Lady Greyshot wanted was to talk about her cat.
Oh, why not? If it makes her feel better.
I can't spend 60 minutes talking about a cat.
Charles, are you quite sure you want to work in the private sector?
Yes.
Well, then what do you mean you can't spend 60 minutes talking about a cat? This is Harley Street.
I don't know anything about ear mites and fur balls.
Oh, good God, man. You call yourself a doctor? Give her the name of a good vet. Plunkett is very precious to Lady Greyshot.
Plunkett?
Lady Greyshot's cat. I've known her since she was born.
Oh, Lady Greyshot?
No, Plunkett. My concern for that cat is as important to Lady Greyshot as is my concern for her own health. She's very sensitive.
Who, Plunkett?
No, Lady Greyshot.
Well, I better start boning up on moggies.
And doggies. All sorts of doggies. Pekingese and Yorkshire Terriers and long-haired Dachshunds. And one of my patients has corgis.
I'm sorry I'm late, Mum. I had to go to a lecture at the post-grad school and it finished.
Tom, this business of your father taking 2 days off a week to spend more time with me, it's not going to work. He nearly drove me bonkers.
Oh, he did tell me he upset the Queen.
14 and a half years she's been with me. Never a crossword. Your father is home one morning and she walks out. The 2 pins I'd have gone with her.
Oh, my.
Really, was it possible? He didn't know what to do with himself. He just trailed around after me all day like a spaniel. He even came along with me to my tennis lesson.
Well, I think that's rather nice. Showing a bit of interest.
He ended up rowing with my coach. He insisted that she held the racket wrongly. Well, I'm not going to have him here every Mondays and Fridays. He'll have to go down to the library with the other pensioners. Seriously, Tom, it's a very real problem.
Hello, darling.
Tom! Hi, Dad.
What a lovely surprise.
How are you?
All right, how are you?
Actually, Dad, I came round to ask you a favour.
Really?
Yes, I want you to do something for me.
Well, I'll try. What is it?
Well, no thanks. Dad, Mum and I were just talking about Charles, doing 2 days a week in Harley Street, and I was just wondering... Yes, I was just wondering if you could stand in as his locum. Just for a while. Nice to have someone I know.
Well, I don't know. I promised to spend the extra days with your mother.
Oh, I know, darling. But if Tom needs you...
No. The prescription pads are kept in here, okay? And the syringes in the cabinet here, along with the blood bottles, spatulas, etc., 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 okay?
Yeah.
Oh, and the weighing scales are over there.
That scale ought to be in a medical museum. Is it accurate?
Of course it is. Give or take a couple of pounds either way.
I don't know. This surgery is like something out of an Ealing comedy.
Dad, it's just because you're not used to working within the NHS, all right? Oh, yes, nearly forgot. In here is the ear syringing kit, okay? You'll probably need that.
God, I hope not. I mean, it's an awfully long time since I've used one.
Dad, would you like me to sit in with your first couple of patients?
Yeah, good idea. You might learn something. Right. Pamela, would you bring in the first patient, please?
Bring her in?
Well, show her in.
Show her in?
What's the matter with the woman? Doesn't she understand plain English?
Pamela, send in Mrs. Burton, would you? Dad, you see, our patients know the way from the waiting room to the surgery, and besides, Pamela's got enough to do without escorting people in and out.
It just seems to me to be good manners, that's all.
We haven't got time for all that.
Mrs. Burton. What a pleasure it is to meet you. Did you have a good journey?
Lovely. I come on 37B.
No, did you really? Now, I am Dr. Toby Latimer, this Dr. Latimer's father, and I'm standing in for Dr. Cartwright.
Oh.
Now, tell me, dear lady, are you a little chilly, or may I take your coat for you? Thomas, would you mind? Now, Mrs. Burton, first things first. How do you take your tea?
Sorry.
Milk or lemon?
Milk, please. And 2 sugars.
Ah. Pamela, may I have a cup of tea for Mrs. Burton, please? With milk and 2 sugars?
Sorry?
1 cup of tea with a saucer, milk and 2 sugars. Now, Mrs. Burton, I must confess I have not studied your medical history in as much detail as I would have liked. But there is an error here, Thomas.
Oh, really? What?
Mrs. Burton's date of birth.
Yes?
If this were accurate, it would mean that she is over 70. And I've only to look at you, dear lady, to see that you're nowhere near that.
It's true. I'll be 73 next month.
I don't believe it.
Honestly, it's true.
And finally, you've got Sir David Caulfield. He's mad keen on polo.
Oh, Lord, I don't know anything about polo.
Oh, you sit on a horse and hit a ball with a long stick.
I don't know that much. Oh, Lord, oh, I'm a clot. It must be nerves.
This is Dr. Latimer's personal diary. Perhaps you ought to get one. You know, for anything social or private, or anything you don't want me to see. Ah, that'll be your first patient. Just give that another dab.
It's been a most fascinating 2 days. Very illuminating. Sorry, darling. You know, I feel I'm giving something back, getting back to the grassroots. Do you know what I mean?
Of course. Very commendable.
Mark you, I didn't realize how hard Tom works. Do you know how many patients I saw today? 22. 22 in 1 session. God, if I could do that in Harley Street.
I hope you paced yourself rather better than you did on Monday.
Oh, well, that was only my first day. I mean, I soon realized I couldn't spend 45 minutes on every patient.
Tom told me.
Mark you, poor little Mrs. Burton deserves 45 minutes of anybody's time. Do you know, she's had to wait 4 years for a hip replacement? It's scandalous.
Tom's always telling of tales like that.
However, I have arranged for her to have the operation tomorrow. Jack Pendleton's doing it.
Oh, you mean she's paying for it?
No, darling. On the NHS. Jack Pendleton owes me a favor or two.
Well done, darling. By the way, are we doing anything on the weekend of the 18th?
The weekend... no, I don't think so. Why?
Well, there's a Van Gogh exhibition at the Louvre, and a group of us from the night school were thinking of going.
Yes, why not? It's ages since we've been to Paris.
Oh, well, no, it's actually just a group from the night school.
Just a minute. Do you mean to say you want to go to Paris without me?
Well, you're not in the class.
Well, that doesn't matter. I like Van Gogh. I mean, oh, why can't I go? We could stay at the Georges V.
We're going in a group. I want to be at the same hotel as the others.
Well, that's all right. They can stay at the Georges V, too. I don't mind.
No, darling, they're not all married to Harley Street consultants. We're going to stay at the Hotel Albert, which is an inexpensive little hotel just off the Rue de la Gare.
Oh, I see. So it's all organized, is it?
No. Well, yes. I've got to let Derek know tomorrow, and then he'll book the flight.
Well, I don't think it's on. I don't like the idea of you gallivanting round Paris on your own.
I won't be on my own, and I certainly won't be gallivanting.
I mean without me. You might get mugged. Anything could happen.
Now you're just looking for excuses.
Not at all. I wouldn't go away without you for the weekend. I wouldn't dream of it. Besides, who'd cook my dinner? Yeah. All right, Richard. Put your shirt on. That's cleared up very nicely.
Oh, good. Thanks. By the way, so are you free a week on Saturday? My company are holding a golf thrash, taking over Burnham Grange for the weekend. I'd love you to come.
Week on Saturday? What date is that?
The 19th. We'll shoot down there for dinner on the 18th, play golf on Saturday and Sunday, then a leisurely lunch and head back to town, late afternoon.
Ah, the 18th.
Yeah. Actually, it might be in your interest. There are going to be one or two influential people coming who hold sway gong-wise.
Oh. Well, I'm afraid my wife and I were thinking of spending that weekend in Paris. There's a Van Gogh exhibition at the Louvre.
Van Gogh?
Yeah.
Good God. Well, given the choice between a weekend's golf and trudging round a museum, I know what I'd do. Ask your good lady to give you a 48-hour pass.
Oh, you mean wives aren't invited?
Oh, heaven forbid, no. We don't want that. We want to concentrate on our golf. It's all right, old man. I'll see myself out. My secretary will be in touch with the details.
Thank you, Richard.
You know what you ought to do? Pack the little woman off to Paris on her own. That'll keep her happy. See you on the 18th.
Dad, Mum's very upset. She can't understand why you're being so unreasonable about this Paris trip.
My dear Tom, of course I don't mind if she goes. I was just playing hard to get, you know. I'll tell you what, I'll give her a ring straight away.
Huh? Great. Okay. Yeah. Bye, Dad.
Bye.
Bye. Oh.
Tom, when is this Paris trip?
Week on Friday.
Is that the 18th?
Yeah. Why? What's the matter?
Nothing.
What is it?
Well, I don't know that I should say this.
What?
Well, I rather think your pa's got plans of his own that weekend. Oh, I don't like breaking in like this.
You're not breaking in. You work here.
Only on Mondays and Fridays. Today's Tuesday. What would Toby say if he came in here and found us?
Look, how am I going to believe what you tell me unless I see it with my own eyes? There's only one way to do that. Now, hurry up.
Oh, I don't know. Watergate must have been like this.
Shut up and keep quiet.
Ouch! Caroline, double room, old Reaper, 18th.
I'll go, it'll be Derek.
Tom, there's nothing you can do. It's best to let sleeping dogs lie.
All right, Derek, I'll be right out. I'm off. Thank you for looking after Woodhouse. It would have been a shame if Daddy'd missed out on this golf weekend. Well, better get going. Derek's got 2 other people to pick up.
I'll see you out, Mum.
Thank you, darling. Why, I'm glad this weekend came up for Daddy. It means I can go to Paris without feeling guilty.
I don't know, darling. I can't bear to see my mother hurt like this.
She's not hurt because she doesn't know. That's why we're right not telling her. What would it achieve?
Look, shall I give this to the dog?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on, Woodhouse. Who's that?
Mum!
Angela!
What a disaster. We got caught up in traffic on the M4. We missed the flight.
Oh, no.
Well, couldn't you get on another one?
All full.
Oh, what a shame.
Poor Derek was nearly in tears. Well, anyway, I thought I'd drive down to Burnham Grange and join Daddy. You don't mind, do you?
No, not at all.
I might as well, as I'm already packed. Now then, where are my car keys?
Mum, do you think it might be a bit boring for you?
No, while Dad is playing golf, I can drive over and see Hetty Jarvis. She only lives 15 miles from there. Now then, where are those keys?
But, are you sure Dad would want you there? He may want to be, you know, with the boys.
I think it'll be a nice surprise. At least I've missed all the traffic by this time. Ah. Now, look, if you think Daddy wouldn't want me to join him, I will ring Burnham Grange and ask him.
Angela,
Mum.
What?
Hello, directory. Which town, please?
Eastwick, Sussex. Burnham Grange Hotel, please.
Hold the line.
Mum, I don't think you should go.
Why not?
Well, the thing is,
Tom, what on earth's the matter?
you're going to have to tell her, Tom.
Tell me what?
well, the thing is,
Thomas!
the thing is, Dad isn't at Burnham Grange.
Hello, caller. The number you require is 0730 816 399.
You're wrong. Daddy is at Burnham Grange. I know he is.
Burnham Grange Hotel and Country Club?
Is that the Burnham Grange?
Yes, can I help you?
Can I speak to... can I speak to...
This is madness, Mum. It would be much better to ring Dad, as I suggested, and tell him that you know everything.
Nope, because I don't believe for a minute he'll be there. And if he is, I want to see it for myself. Where is this Grim Reaper Hotel, anyway?
This old Reaper Hotel, Mum. It's about 2 hours' drive. Funnily enough, it's not far from Burnham Grange.
He took his golf clubs with him, you know.
That's room 309, Mr. and Mrs. Tyson. The lifts are just round the corner. I'll have your luggage sent up.
Thank you.
Andrew, room 309, please. The Old Reaper Hotel, may I help you? No, I'm very sorry, sir, but unfortunately we don't allow children under 11. I'm awfully sorry. Goodbye. Can I help you?
Could you tell me which room Dr. Latimer's staying in?
I'm sorry, sir, we don't appear to have a Dr. Latimer registered.
Well, he could be registered under the name of Smith.
For goodness, sir, we have masses of Smiths.
Hello? Matters, Tom, what on earth are you doing here? Evening, Mrs. Latimer.
Well, we're looking for my father.
Oh, Lord, you've come to the wrong place. He's at Burnham Grange playing golf. Caroline, over here. Caroline and I are here for a wedding.
The jury are spending another night in a London hotel. Prince Charles was in Birmingham today, where he took the opportunity to meet local community work.
Hello? Ah, Richard, you just arrived? No, I booked a table for 9:30. Right, I'll see you down there in 10 minutes.
Before returning to London, Prince Charles again voiced his concern over the quality of life in our inner cities.
We have a very big challenge indeed.
Now some news just in. A Boeing 737 has been forced to make an emergency landing in an airfield 30 miles south of Paris. A Gallic Airways flight number GA192, travelling from Heathrow to Charles de Gaulle Airport, developed engine trouble just off the French coast. Latest reports indicate...
I'm sorry, Dr. Latimer. There's no reply to either of these numbers.
Well, I don't understand it. My son should be there. He's looking after my wife's dog. Our dog. Can you please try Paris again?
I'm sorry, sir. All the lines to Paris are engaged.
Well, look. Could you find the telephone number of Dr. Charles Cartwright?
Right.
That's his address.
Toby! I missed the flight.
Oh, thank God.
Darling, how wonderful to see you.
Toby, I hoped you'd be pleased to see me, but, well, what a welcome.
You obviously haven't heard. The aircraft you would have been on had to make an emergency landing outside Paris. It was on the news. They said that no one was seriously injured, but I've been going frantic with worry.
Even Woodhouse is pleased to see you.
Are back. Don't wait up.
I wanted to talk to you about the rent for the surgery. It's all right, I'm not putting it up. At the moment. No, I just wanted you to change your standing order. From next month, I'd like it made payable to Helen Kramer Limited. One of Harvey's little schemes, more tax efficient or something. He's a whiz when it comes to money. Oh, by the way, what's all this about your father only working Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays?
He wants to spend more time with my mother.
Yes, so Susan Cartwright told me. Harvey and I had dinner with them last night at La Pomme d'Amour. I hear Charles has been seduced into private medicine.
Mm-hmm.
You're mad. Why didn't you take Toby's rooms on the 2 days he's not using them?
Well, I don't like the idea of handing my patients over to a locum for 2 days a week.
You're a fool, Tom. And you always were naive when it came to money. You won't forget to ring your bank, will you? Helen Kramer Limited. Remember? Ciao.
Helen Kramer Limited, remember? Ciao.
Good morning, Hannah.
Morning. Anything for me? Now, look, Tom, I've tried to... Now, look, Tom, I've apologized for the cock-up yesterday. What more can I say?
If you want to do 2 days a week in Harley Street, that is entirely up to you. But you have a contract with the Family Practitioner Committee to ensure that all your patients' needs are attended to.
I did. I arranged a locum.
He didn't turn up.
He was ill.
So were the patients. How do I know the same thing won't happen again on Friday?
Of course it won't. It was just unfortunate.
Unfortunate? It was bloody chaos. I had to break off from my rounds to come and do your surgery, and then come back again and do my rounds.